It's about 4:45, October 8th, and we're out there sitting beside a creek, and we got a little bit of flat land beside us. It's kind of the funnel in where the deer like to access a lot of. So we're gonna hang tight, and hopefully we'll get some action tonight. I'm guessing we'll get the action a little bit later in the evening, but can't wait till it started. Let's go.
Alright, so we just got back from the stand. We had a pretty adventurous evening, but so far have not flung an arrow yet. A doe comes in about 40 yards, and it was definitely there to feed. Took its time, and then earlier when we were setting up the stand, we had actually seen some deer come in, and we were expecting this thing to do the same thing that the other deer did, which was walk through the creek and then come back and make a circle around us, which would give us a 20-yard shot. It was about 32 yards, but he decided to wait on it until I had a better shooting lane. So it just slipped away on us. It got dark on us, so we didn't see anything of it after that. But we know for next time. It was a really good hunt. Overall, had a good time. We'll be back tomorrow.
guys want to shoot it? And it fed there for like, what, 15 minutes at least. And I was videoing it the whole time. It was so close. And then eventually it came out, and he's like, I kind of convinced him to shoot it. And he just want to let an arrow fly. Destroyed that. He smoked it, and I got it in 120 frames a second. So that's gonna can't miss when it's not 10 yards. Jackson's just up the ridge. He's up the ridge, maybe 100 yards, a little over 100 yards. So we're gonna set out in the morning, finish it out. Hopefully Jackson can shoot a deer, and then we'll see if any more deer come in here. He's like, we saw some movement like in a tree, like that tree right in front of us. And like nudged me, and I like look over. Whoa, there's a deer right there. And so it was like looking up at us. And so we just watched it. It was chewing on acorns. It just kept videoing it. It just sat around there. It went to look up at us and then puts it down again. And so finally, I was like, I'm just gonna practice. I'll draw back and just hold on it. We'll get a good video and stuff. Not hardly even 10 yards. I drew back on it and I leaned over. And he had told me before, he's like, shoot it. It's Virginia, come on, you got 3 buck tag. And I was like, I don't know, it's pretty small. And he was like, you should shoot it. And so I was drawing back and I was like, man, I could just destroy this thing. And we kind of went meet anyway. And so I leaned over, I was like, should I shoot it? And he's like, yeah, shoot it. I mean, keep in mind, it was like from me to that little tree right there. No, the one beyond it. And I was just like, I put my thumb on the thing, and I wasn't even gonna shoot for sure, but I put a little pressure on, like just without thinking. I just like, and I wasn't even expecting to shoot. And drilled it. And I looked over at him. I was like, "What did I just do?" And it pooped right here, and then walked over here, took a few steps, and then it was like this, and so I had a perfect shoulder shot, and just drilled it, and that went right over there. We started tractor and something. So nice, more blood. So far, he's made it uphill a little bit, definitely further than what we expected. So just going by drops of blood, trying to find it. Now we're up here into this thick stuff. All the trees are all the same height. Sluggo and not much blood. So it's been like an hour and a half at least, and can't find the deer. Very little blood, no bubbles in the blood, which makes it look like it wasn't a lung shot. So we thought it was a really good shot, but apparently we figured it would have easily have been both lungs, but we haven't watched the video on a computer yet, so maybe that'll reveal something about what actually happened. But obviously with it not hitting the lungs, it's not the shot that we think it is. So yeah, I don't know. We grid searched, we followed by little specks of blood. You'll know it. Bag.
What happened?
We have not watched it on the computer yet.
Bless you. Oh.
We went back to the house, reviewed the footage. We're not sure what to think. It was still too dark, and we didn't have a computer to lighten it up with. I'm pretty sure we just hit shoulder and the story. We ended up tracking it for like 300 yards of just little specks of blood. So Josh and I are going back to the same stand. What is evening's on? Alright, so it's about 4:45, October the 9th, and we are back in the stand. After a little bit of action this morning, we thought we had smoked us a deer. Turns out it must hit the shoulder because we could not find it. There's barely any blood. So we're back again. This spot is just legit. And so we're pretty sure we're gonna have action tonight again. I think the wind is pretty decent. Trying to play it a little bit better, but here we go.
Alright, so we finally got back down here, back down at the gator. We got in there decently early and just didn't quite feel right with this morning. I feel like we kind of rattled the place up, and I wasn't sure about going back, but the way things worked out, we ended up back there. About half hour before dark, I kept hearing something down in the woods. Nothing showed itself though, and then about right at dark, we heard something down there, so Adrian flips his binos up, and sure enough, there's 2 deer down there. We think one was maybe a buck, and then the other one was probably a doe. There might have been more than 2, we don't know for sure. So we just waited on them, gave them plenty of time to get out of there.
So tonight after we got done hunting, we realized that Jackson had shot a deer, and he did a perfect shot at about 35 yards, and it ran towards him and fell within sight. So that was really awesome.
How does it feel to have shot your first deer with a bow?
It's pretty cool.
Especially with such a good shot and seeing it go down.
Yeah, that was really fun.
That's sweet.
Lots of fun, and we'll be back for more.